Hi, Chris. Yeah, hi. Yeah, you said you wanted to talk to me. Yep. Yeah. I know you've only played a couple of times so far this year. You're just not one of the first choice centre backs. I'm afraid, even when we're playing with you. I know I'm really grateful that you got me the job. You've already mentioned this before. You want to go? You want to go out on loan somewhere? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can put you up in the loan list, but you're 32 years old and not perhaps the best centre back in the world. I'm not sure how many places I want to take you, especially on £95,000 a week. I mean, we can try, definitely, yeah. Yep, sure. We'll put you up on that loan list, sure. He's not had any offers, and he's been up on that loan list for the last 3 weeks. Yes, hello, welcome into Glory Hunter here on 11am Sports on Football Manager 22. If you missed the last episode, go and check it out. It's been a couple of months in game time since the last episode. We've had quite a lot that's happened between now and then. So go and have a look at it, just to refresh your memory if you haven't already, because we've advanced quite far. And if you are new around here, hit the subscribe button for more daily Football Manager content Monday to Friday at 11am. It's nice and easy. 11am sports game content comes out. Football Manager 22 at 11am. 11am sports, 11am release. Nice and simple. As you listened to our phone call in the intro, Chris Smalling has decided he wants to leave the club out on loan. You can see he's not particularly great when you look at his stats. He's alright at tackling, marking, heading. Not great as a ball player, unfortunately, for me, and I play a lot of ball playing centre back, so he's not so great in there for me. As you can see from his stats down the bottom, he's had 5 games in the Conference League, because I normally play a rotated side in the Conference League, but he's only had 2 starts in SerieA, and he's been a bit unhappy about that, so we'll see if anyone wants to take him. You can see we're halfway through January, no one has come in for him. I don't know if he's going to be able to go out on loan. He's going to be a bit unhappy with me, I imagine. As I say, we are in the January window. I will get to the results we've had since we last saw each other, but there's been a couple of transfers that have happened. Diawara, one of the backup central midfield players, has went out on loan to Rennes until the end of the season. And we also made the signing of another striker. Not that it was desperately needed, because Tammy was playing very well and Shomurodov was doing alright as a backup, but Mayoral, who's our third choice striker, is only in on loan, so I thought I'd bring in another young striker. However, I did not read the rules properly for non-EU players being signed in this season. We've already signed our 2 non-EU players we're allowed to this year, which means that Cabral, who is Brazilian, cannot be registered for us in the league. So he could play in Europe, but he can't play in the league, which is not ideal. So I have put him out on the loan list to see if he wants to go out on loan for the rest of the season to get some game time. We have signed for £18 million from Basel, where we've been playing fairly well. 17 games, 8 goals, 2 assists, 3 player of the matches. But yeah, we didn't think about that. He looks a very good player. Look, finishing a 17, his heading's a 15, 6'1". He's alright, maybe not the fastest player, but it's a good anticipation, good off the ball. I think he could probably work quite well. Obviously, he's normally as a poacher, he wouldn't be quite as happy as a pressing forward like we would play. But as just a goal scorer, I thought, what a great sign that is. Except we can't register him. So, maybe not that great. So let's talk you through the results we've had since we last met, which was the games against Napoli and HJK at the start of November. And you can see from the screen in front of you, no losses, all wins and a few draws in there. We played Sampdoria, 2-0 victory, goals for Veretout getting the penalty, and Mayoral with a 94th minute second goal on that one. I was mentioning he scored a few goals, and he has indeed, but Tammy has scored most of them, as we won 2-1 against Sassuolo. He scored them both. We beat St Johnstone 4-1, a hat-trick for Mayoral in that one, and Shomurodov got one too. We did beat Juventus quite comfortably, 2-0, goals for Abraham and Zaniolo in that one, and that ended a very successful November for us. We then had a December that had quite a few draws, and it started with a 1-1 draw up against Inter Milan. We were ahead for a long time. Mkhitaryan got the goal in that one, but Çalhanoğlu got an equaliser late on. We did get a 3-3 draw up against Cagliari, which is frustrating because we were up 3-0 at half time thanks to 3 goals from Tammy Abraham. But Keita Balda got 2 goals, including one in the 94th minute, and Diego Godin got one in the 89th. So in the 88th minute, we're still up 3-1, and we managed to draw at 3-3. A disappointing result against Cagliari. We did beat SerieA with a very rotated side, 2-1. Mayoral and El Shaarawy getting the goals in that, and our final Europa Conference League group stage game, which, as I'm sure you will probably have worked out, we did comfortably win that group as we won all of our games. If you look at the group stage there, we won all of them, 19 goals for, 4 against, and St Johnstone, actually, the Scottish side, managed to get through as well. By winning that group, it means we get to go into the second knockout round. Right down the bottom there, you can see it there. We get a bye through to that. So we will we'll see after the first knockout round happens who we get to play in that one. After that, we were back into the league. We played against Verona. We won 3-0. Even though Ibanez got himself sent off in the 4th minute, we managed to win 3-0 thanks to goals from Zaniolo, an own goal, and Tammy got a late third. We played Venezia, and we won that one 3-1. Abraham, Perisic, and Mancini with the 3 goals. Just going back to that last game, remember Hellas Verona were at top of the table after 6 games. They've certainly very much fallen off, and we even managed to beat them with 10 men. So they're not a title challenger anymore. We then played up against the team who were bottom of the league at that point, Salernitana. I'll just say this team, and we managed to draw 0-0. Even though we're at home, we should have won that game, to be honest, but unfortunately we did not. We then played up against Empoli, who, remember, we drew with earlier on in the season. We beat them 1-0 thanks to a penalty from Veretout early on. They then got a man sent off and we couldn't break them down. The second Rome derby of the season happened just last weekend, and that was a 2-2 draw up against Lazio. Obviously, we went down 2-0 thanks to 2 early goals from Immobile, but Perisic and Mayoral got goals for us in that one. And we drew with Genoa earlier on in the season, and we beat them this time round. Abraham, Zaniolo, and Raul Albiol getting the goals there. Today, we do have an Italian Cup third-round match against Cremonese, who are in the division below, and we also have a game up against Torino in SerieA as well. And there might be some transfers that go on as well, so we will keep you up to date with those too. But looking at the league table, we are actually just 2 points off the top. It was very close for a little while. There was about 6 or 7 teams separated by about 3 or 4 points for quite a long time throughout the season. It started to stretch out a little bit now, though, but you can still see 5 points separate the top 4 at the moment. There's 11, 12 points separating the top 7. You see us, Inter, Atalanta, and Napoli, probably the teams that are competing for the title at the moment. See, both ourselves and Inter have only lost 1 game. Inter losing to Lazio, and us losing to Bologna, who are all the way down in 14th. Hopefully that does not come back to bite us in the behind, losing to a team like Bologna. Very disappointing indeed, that one. But we'll move on, and we'll see Roma looking to get back-to-back titles. And if you look at the past winners, the last time we won a league was in the 2000-2001 season. So it could be 21 years later we could get Roma their first title back. It's properly on the title at this stage. I didn't think it was going to be when we started the save. I thought, I'll just take top 6. That'll be fine by me. But the fact that we do have a chance, a serious chance at the title, I mean, imagine winning the league in the first season here in Glory Hunter. That would be one heck of a season, especially when we've got a chance still to win the Italian Cup and the Conference League as well. A treble in the first season, winning everything we need, and then we can leave Roma after a year. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? So we do actually have a little bit of an injury problem at the moment. Daniel Vass and Desciglio, they're just behind my head at the moment, but both of them are out injured for several months at the moment, and there are 3 months for both of them. So that's both our first choice right backs, and just now Mancini is out suspended as well, which means our defence is kind of not rotated, but it's not actually got everyone in it that we would hope for, certainly. Mancini is a very important player for us. He actually does have an offer in at the moment from Newcastle United for £55 million. So we'll see if he goes. We have accepted that offer. Spoilers, he might be leaving in this episode, but he is suspended for today. And the injuries at fullback means that we've actually having to play Spinazzola, who's back from his own big injury. Remember, we didn't have him for such a long time at the start of this season after his injury. He's actually having to play on the right-hand side instead of the left to cover for our right-back problems, which, I'll be honest, when I started here, I did not think that we would be having a problem at right-back when we had Davide Santon, Desciglio and Vass, but we only have Davide Santon, who is a normal right wing-back, so Spinazzola's moving over there because he's actually still better than Davide Santon, even when Santon is fit, which he is today. So anyway, let's go into this game in the Italian Cup. We're here in the last 16 at this stage, I'm sure it is, and we're going to take it seriously because remember, we want to win every competition because we need to get those trophies for our glory hunter. So we're going to be playing up against this team Cremonese, who are in Serie B at the moment. They're in 19th position. It should be an easy win, but we're still going to go with a full strength side, or at least as full strength as we can make it today. Patricio in goal, Ibanez, Albiol and Romagnoli at centre back, Spinazzola and Calafiore at wing back, Pellegrini and Veretout in midfield, Zaniolo on the right, Perisic on the left, Tammy Abraham up front. You can see Abraham's got 20 goals so far this season, and one of the early episodes I predicted he was going to get 40, so he's going to have to start scoring some more. I think he's going to reach that very large number. Hopefully he can do that today in this one. And here is a highlight 40 seconds in. Is it going to be for us? Let's find out. We're playing in our red, is it red, reddy, maroony colour? That's us anyway, and the opposition are in white, and they have a chance here early on, and they've blazed that over. And that's a little bit of a warning sign from them. You can see they're playing 4-3-1-2, so hopefully we can get down the wide areas there. But early on in this match, we're not actually dominating. The ball with Zaniolo on the right-hand side here into Abraham. Forward toward Perisic. It's passed back by the defence and launched forward, hopefully. Well, Patricio's come out to collect that. I thought our defenders were going to get it, but it's Patricio. And the ball switched to Calafiore down the left-hand side. Forward to Perisic. Will he cut this one back? Calafiore hits it. It's in off Abraham. He looked as if he might have been offside. But they're not going to check VAR, which means we've scored a goal and we're ahead. And Tammy has scored one, as we asked for. Fantastic from Tammy Abraham. Getting on the score sheet again. Real poacher's finish here. Just sneaking in front of the keeper. Just tucking it round the other side of him. Keeper had no chance for how late that touch was from Tammy. And we lead 1-0. And hopefully the floodgates will now open. It's a corner kick. It's swung in by Veretout to the front post and it's cleared away. And Zaniolo's got it now. Back to Veretout. Swung into Abraham and he's got his second. I said we needed Abraham to be scoring some goals if he wants to get to 40. And he's doing that today. Perfect header. See, the ball comes back out to Zaniolo from the corner. Veretout again. And Tammy's just unmarked at the back post. He rises so high up for that header. And he gets it. Tucks it in. 2-0. 2 for Tammy. Great from him. Throw in from Spinazzola on the right hand side. He swings it into Perisic, who gets his head on it. And what do they say? Headers are overpowered a little bit in this year's game. And I think that is the case here. Great ball in. Perisic rises up on that left hand side and gets the header in. It's a great ball in from Spinazzola. First time Perisic 1-on-1 with that defender. Wins that header. I was just looking at the attendance. There's less than 10,000 people here. I mean, our stadium's quite big. You can tell it's empty when you look at the number of people that are there. We're at home today, but obviously no one wants to come out to see us play against a team in the division below in a midweek game in the cup, clearly. The ball swung in. Tammy heads that off the crossbar. Nearly got himself a first half hat-trick there. But we do lead 3-0. And after a slightly dodgy start, I like that performance we've had so far in this first half. But the opposition have a chance here down the left-hand side. Back to Valeri now. He plays it back to Kraeziu. That's a harder name than I wanted to say. And Vido had a chance. And it was a good save from Patricio in the goal. Free kick for us here in a dangerous position. Veretout swings it in. Zaniolo, who, remember, it's a tricky playmaker coming in off that right-hand side. But he's also 6'2", so he can get some headers in if need be. Just headed that one over. But we had another free kick, and it's come to Ibanez now. And Romagnoli, the centre-backs, playing it about with each other here. Back to Calafiore, who plays it into Pellegrini. Will he hit this? No, he plays it through to Perisic. Can he get second? That's a poor finish from Perisic in the end. And we still just lead 3-0. Throw in down the left-hand side from Cremonese here. And back to Valeri. He's getting forced out wide into Gaetano. The ball swung into the box, it's cleared away, and can we break away with Veretout toward Tammy? No, we can't. They recycle the play. They're actually playing quite well, the Serie B side. Valeri down this left-hand side. Can he get the ball into the box? He can indeed, and Patricio secures the ball. I'm not sure how he did it, but he did it. And we've got a corner kick here. Veretout swings it in. Tammy, oh, and it's tucked in by Zaniolo. He's not offside. The assistant referee is running away. Tammy had a chance to get his third. It came off the post, and Zaniolo tucked that one in, as you can see here, into the open goal. And it's 4-0. The ball with Cremonese here on their right-hand side. They're switching it over now. Di Carmine. It's through toward Gaetano. It's a great save from Rui Patricio. He's been having a great game, and so he has. It's another fantastic save from him. A couple of times they've been one-on-one, and he's managed to save us. I tell you, he's a much better goalkeeper than I thought he was. You know, I thought he was all right at Wolves, but I tell you, during this season, he's had some fantastic saves, and that was just an example of one of them there. There's been lots of highlights in this game, I must say, and they're going down the right-hand side. It's swung in. Patricio plucks out there again. Fantastic from him. Can he distribute this quickly, or will we play it slowly out from the back? We'll roll it out, and Romagnoli finds Veretout. Forward to Perisic, he's in some space, finds Calafiori. Plays a wayward ball toward Abraham, and it's intercepted, and the ball's launched forward, and Gaetano's on the end of it. He has another shot, does he? What a save from Patricio again. Surely he's going to get man of the match performance. Even though Abraham's scoring all the goals, Patricio's making some fantastic saves here. The ball swung into the box, and it's cleared away. And we still lead 4-0. We'll make some subs now. And when I say we're making some, we're making 5. Shamuradov, Mkhitaryan, Castroville, Vina, and Santon on for Perisic, Zaniolo, Veretout, Calafiori, and Spinazzola. Nice fresh legs on the field. Hopefully, it doesn't affect the gameplay too much, as the ball was launched long by Albiol there toward Tammy, and it went away for nothing. Shamuradov swings the ball in toward Tammy Abraham there, and it's cleared away, and there's another chance for Cremonese here. Gaetano coming forward with it toward Baez on this right-hand side. He plays it infield to Gaetano. Back to Baez out here. Cuts the ball back. Are they going to hit it? They are indeed. What a finish from Castagnetti. That's his first goal of the season. And what a goal it was. The ball comes out to him here about 25 yards out. And he just thrashes that in the bottom corner. I was complimenting Patricio, but there was nothing Patricio could do about that goal. What a goal from Castagnetti there, the deep line playmaker. And it's only 4-1 now. Are we going to throw this away? I don't imagine we will. But what a goal. We don't have the clean sheet today, unfortunately. Vina, who's come on the left-hand side, plays it into Shamuradov and Abraham. Back to Pellegrini, and Mkhitaryan with it, all the way back to Albiol. Albiol down the right-hand side, into Mkhitaryan. Can this ball get swung in? Tammy rises up above it. Yes, he does. He's 23rd of the season. He's 3rd of the day. A hat-trick for Tammy. Just as I was mentioning, he needed to score in a few more goals to get to 40 for the year. He's doing that now. 3 today, and we lead 5-1. And Romagnoli with a free kick. Can we make it 6? Castroville, Pellegrini, Abraham, Mkhitaryan, he's through, and he can tuck it away. His second of the season. Assist for Abraham. 6-1. Brilliant. Sometimes they're just so slick with our passing football here. Castroville with a flick to Pellegrini, Abraham, Mkhitaryan with a touch, and he thrashes that across the keeper. I use thrash quite a lot. I don't know, maybe placed is a nicer thing to say, across the keeper. And we win this one 6-1, and we are through to the next round of the Italian Cup. Still in it, still got a chance to win that trophy. Still got a chance to win 3 trophies this year. That would be brilliant if we could. Tammy Abraham had 3 goals and 2 assists in that game there. He's a pretty good player for us, I must admit. Look at him. His stats maybe aren't outstanding. He's got very good physical stats. He's 6'5", obviously. His finishing's only 15, but he's still really, really good. He's got a great work rate, which is a really important statistic, especially if he's acting as a pressing forward, which he so often does. I can't believe his value's only 48 to 53 million. Surely he's worth a lot more than that, especially if he keeps scoring the number of goals that he's scoring at the moment. Brian Cristante, who remembers one of our backup central midfield players, he's got very good statistics, just he doesn't seem to be brilliant when he does play for us, unfortunately. He's decided he's not playing enough, so he wants to hand in a transfer request. So we've accepted that, and we'll see if he gets any offers between now and the end of the window. I say we've got a game against Torino in SerieA in just 6 days' time, but we'll keep you updated if there's any transfer goings-ons that happen. Another player who was unhappy with his playing time was Matthias Vina here, so we have sold him to Napoli. Unfortunately, he was signed for £11 million. We've only played him 3 times this year. He just wasn't in our plans. And when he did play, as you can see, he didn't play that well for us, a 6.5 average rating. He wasn't great. We've sold him to Napoli. If he keeps playing badly for Napoli, that's fine with me. It will eventually rise to £7 million. It's not. He wasn't great, so we can go away. He's happy enough for me, and we've made some money there. And we might bring someone in as a backup. You know, we've got a lot of options in that left back position. Spinazzola, we've got Calafiore who plays there a lot for us at the moment. Perisic can play there. Davide Santon and Desciglia can also cover there as well. You know, there's a lot of players that can play there. So I'm happy enough to make some money off of them. Well, technically we've lost money because we bought them for 11 million and sold them for 7, but I didn't buy them, so technically I've made money on them. That's fine. The draw for the quarter-final of the Italian Cup, the Coppa Italia, has been made. And as you can see, we are playing up against Lazio in another Capitale Derby. I'm sure that's how they'd say it in Italian. Capital Derby. You know, the Rome Derby. And as you can see from the schedule, as we scroll down here, that does appear just after the January window closes. So we'll play Torino in the second game of today's episode, but we'll also play against Milan and Lazio in the next one, which means once we've played Torino, I won't have to go all the way to deadline day to show you. The next episode can be all about deadline day and those two matches. I tell you, it's going to be a very exciting couple of episodes. Hopefully all wins. That's the aim. But we'll continue for a few more days to get to the Torino game. We'll play that game. If there's any transfer business that does happen, I'll keep you updated. And then we'll finish today's episode with that Torino game. And in the next episode, we'll have all the rest of the transfer business. And then Milan and Lazio. I tell you, it's exciting here in Italy, isn't it? Right, so here we are, the day of the game against Torino. And you can see a sale is about to happen. £54 million, the total offer for Gianluca Mancini, who's a very solid centre-back. I'll be honest, I'm not sure he's a £54 million player, but Newcastle United have got the money, and I will happily take it from them. So we will accept this offer of £54 million for Mancini, and unfortunately, for all of those who love him, Mancini is away. That is a record sale that we've made there. This is an achievement in Football Manager, so that's good to see. I suppose we're doing some things, but he's away now to play in Newcastle in the Premier League. He arrived for £60 million in 2019 and we sold him for 54. I'd say that's a pretty good deal. It says he's only worth 37 to 53, so I would say we've done them quite well there in terms of getting money off of Newcastle. He immediately gets a number 4 shirt in Newcastle, excuse me, and I assume we'll go straight into the heart of the defence instead of Lascelles and Paul Dummett, who appear to be the people that they're using in there at the moment. Yeah, I'd imagine that's where he's going to go. But yes, Mancini away, which means maybe I'm not going to try to send Chris Smalling out because we only have 5 centre-backs now to cover our 3 central defensive positions. Romagnoli, Ibanez, Albiol, Smalling and Kumbula as well. So, yeah, Mancini was an important part of our defence. If we go and have a look at him again there, you can see how many games he played for us this season. He played 16 of our 22 league games so far this season, which is important. You can see he had 7.27 average rating there. He was good. I'm not going to deny that, but I think he wasn't £54 million good, and hopefully we can put that money to better use somewhere else. And you'll probably find out about any of those signings in the next episode as we make our way toward deadline day, and we'll see who we bring in. So you can see the games that are on today. Inter are playing up against Genoa in the early kickoff. They're currently leading 4-1, and we play against Torino, who are in 9th. And we need to win the game to keep up with Inter, otherwise they're going to pull off 5 points clear at the top of the table if we don't win our game. So it's going to be important that we do get the win today, especially with Inter winning so comfortably up against Genoa. So let's get into this. Let's show you the team that's going to be playing today's game, and let's hope for another good win. As you can see from the team from the last time, Zaniolo and Perisic both picked up injuries. Perisic out for a month, Zaniolo out for a week. So we'll have a little bit of rotation in this squad. Actually, because of the number of injuries that we don't actually have enough people to fill a full bench of 12 players. We only have 9 on the bench today, but here's the team we're going to go with for the game against Torino. Patricio in goal, Kumbula at centre-back with Albiol and Romagnoli either side of him. Spinazzola still covering on the right-hand side with Calafiori playing on the left. Castrovilli and Cristante will play in midfield today. Mkhitaryan on the right, El Shaarawy on the left, and Tammy, who got a hat-trick in the last game, will play up front. Let's get into this. Let's go and get us a win. It's going to be really important we keep up the pressure on Inter here. We're playing in white today, and we've got the ball on the right-hand side with Cristante, but he's lost it, and Verdi plays it long forward. Maldini with it now, and they drive forward to Torino. Piaka with it, tries to get it over Patricio, but Patricio playing well again. Good start for him. Spinazzola on the right-hand side, throws it into Cristante. Back to Spinazzola. Will he swing this in? He does indeed. Abraham gets filled in the box. Surely that's a penalty kick. It's got to be. Why are we even checking VAR? Just give the penalty. Every penalty does not need to be checked by VAR here, SerieA. Come on, it's obvious that was a penalty. Abraham will step up to take the penalty that he won. And can he tuck this into the bottom corner? Yes, he can. Fantastic penalty kick from Abraham. The keeper guessed the right way, but he had no chance of getting to there. And it's 1-0 to us. You can see Abraham steps up and he puts that right in the corner. No chance for the keeper. 1-0 Roma. We get the ball on the left-hand side this time. Calafiori finds Castrovilli. I don't know why I'm putting on a rubbish Italian accent when I say that. Romagnoli back to Calafiori here. Castrovilli with it. He turns the defender. El Shaarawy with it. He gets past his man. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Bottom corner. 2-0. He's 4th of the season. Nice and easy. I wonder if we'll run away with this game as easy as we did the game in the Italian Cup. Castrovilli gets by his man. Finds El Shaarawy, who gets past his man. He's in acres of space and he curls that into the bottom corner. No chance for the keeper there. 2-0, and there's another chance here to see if we can make it 3. Abraham heads it. Yes, we can. El Shaarawy, provider for Abraham this time. And it's 3-0 after, what, 17 minutes? 3 goals in 5 minutes. We are dominating here. Abraham's just not marked at the back post at all. He's able to run onto that ball, head it in. He scored 5 goals in the last 2 games. Calafiori throws it in, deep in their own half here to Romagnoli, and he's not being pressured at all. Back to Calafiori now. And he plays it back to Romagnoli, just keeping the ball between the two of them. Castrovilli gets it now. He's been allowed to have the ball after Romagnoli and Calafiori kept it between them. Castrovilli driving down the right-hand side. It's a good marauding run from him. Spinazzola gets the ball, and now it's Cristante. And back to Spinazzola. And back to Cristante. Now they're just going to keep the ball between them. And it's into Mkhitaryan now. And Abraham and Castrovilli drives forward again. He'll find Calafiori on the left-hand side. Can this ball get put into the middle for Abraham's head? Let's see. In toward Abraham. He heads it. It's just wide of the goal. Oh, maybe I'm a clairvoyant. You know, I can predict what's going to happen. I was like, let's see if we can swing that ball in for Tammy. And that's exactly what happened there. The ball's played into the back post here for Torino, though. They've got a chance. Verdi with it. Can he tuck this one in? No, he can't. And Pratt gets challenged by Calafiori. A good challenge from him. Mkhitaryan comes right across the field to try and win that ball, but he's now out of position if they switch it. And Verdi's got it. And he plays it back to Rodriguez. And it's in toward a name that I'm not going to try and pronounce, but Simone Verdi has scored a goal there. Mandragora was the man who played the ball into him. Verdi with a good finish there, and it's now 3-1. We reached half-time, we still lead 3-1, a dominant performance so far in this game. I must say, I really enjoy the way that we play. We've got these lovely little passing triangles that form, you know, with normally with this outside centre-back, you know, the wing back and the central midfielder, or the wing back, the central midfielder, and the attacking midfielder. You know, it's really nice little triangles we play with, and we dominate possession so easily. And most of the games that we play, it's quite pleasant to watch. And we've got another chance here. The ball played toward El Shaarawy, but it gets cleared away. And here's hopefully an example of it. Romagnoli finds Calafiori. Calafiori will play this back to the central midfielder. No, he's not. He's going to get filled by Ansaldi, who's already on a yellow. That must be his second. It is. And they're going to have to make changes, Torino, as they remove a player from somewhere. They've brought on another fullback and they've taken out a central midfielder, it looks like. So you'd have hoped when a team goes down to 10 men that you start dominating, but that doesn't appear to be the case at the moment. As you can see, I've done another 5-change substitution thing there. Smalling, Ibanez, Pellegrini, Riccardi and Shomurodov coming on for Kumbula, Romagnoli, Cristante, Mkhitaryan and El Shaarawy. When you're winning in a game so comfortably and you're against 10 men, I'm fairly confident making all 5 changes at one time. I don't think I'll need to do any for tactical reasons later on. in the game. Shomurodov down the left-hand side in toward Tammy. He's got himself his second hat-trick in 2 games here. Just as I was mentioning, he needed to get himself some more goals. That's what he's doing. 2 hat-tricks in 2 games for Tammy Abraham. He is absolutely outstanding. What a signing he is for Roma. If he does anything like this in real life, then they'll be having a fantastic player there. His header gets saved by the keeper and he tucks it in with his right foot. I tell you, £34 million seems like an absolute bargain. You really wonder why Chelsea let him go. I know obviously they signed Lukaku, but Tammy feels like a real great understudy for Lukaku as well. You know, I'm just surprised they let him go. Shomurodov has a chance, just wide of the goal. Tammy Abraham's a really, really great striker. I tell you, he'd be really good for England if they didn't have a guy called Harry Kane as well. So we've reached full time in that one. Another victory for us. Another hat-trick for Tammy Abraham. I tell you, he is outstanding. 26 goals now this season. He's pushing towards 40 like I suggested. We're still 2 points behind Inter. We're actually pulling away, the two of us. We're a little bit further away from Napoli than we were. Atalanta trying to keep a hold of that title race as well. But it looks like it could be a 4-horse race at the moment. Maybe going to turn into a 2-horse race if us and Inter keep pulling away. So that was a very successful episode indeed. We've made a lot of money on the sale of Mancini. We've won, 10-2 on aggregate over the course of the 2 games, through to the next round of the Italian Cup. And it means that the next episode will be in the not too distant future for me. In game time here, we're going to show you the rest of the transfer window in the next episode, and then we'll play against AC Milan in SerieA. Normally you'd say that was a really big game, but AC are down in 8th position at the moment, and we'll also play up against Lazio in another Roma derby in the Italian Cup quarter-final. 2 big games plus the rest of the transfer window to happen. Tell me, this is getting very exciting indeed. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until the next one, where we've got transfers Milan and Lazio, we'll see you then.